internet world. Hey, my name is Angelo, and I just wanted to talk to you a little bit today about meditation, what it is, why we should try to do it more often, and how to do it. Basically, I think in my opinion, there's two types of meditation. There's the natural occurring meditation, and then there's the sit down and be consciously meditating meditation. So the first one, to expand on that, it's about just like being in the moment because you are doing something that you're passionate about, that is something intense and fun. Basically, kind of like skydiving or something. You get really excited about if you ever gone skydiving and it's your first time. You are so in the moment because not only is it exciting, it's a little bit frightening. But there's nothing else that you want to think about. You don't think about responsibilities or errands you have to run or things you have to do next week or tomorrow. You are in the moment of jumping out of a plane, and you are in the moment of exhilaration with wind hitting your face. That is being in the moment. That is a type of meditation. Same thing with sports or hobbies that you really love. For me, surfing, I can surf for 3 hours straight without realizing it's been 3 hours. Or woodworking is another passion. I can do that for hours on end, not drink, not eat, and time flies. So I'm sure you have your things too. Everyone has their passion that they are really good at. And when you are in those types of activities, you become in a meditative mode. You become very focused on one thing. And sometimes you can actually be doing that thing, but your mind wanders, but you're still focused. You're still doing one thing, especially if you're passionate about it. You can be doing things for hours on end, and your mind is going everywhere, and you're not getting anything done. That's not a passion. That's doing something you have to do, and that's really not fun. So the second type of meditation is the sit down one, or you have your walking, or you have your laying down, whatever you do or you're going to do to focus your mind. So meditation is about focus. It's about training your mind to focus. It's not about clearing your mind. Let's get that straight. Everyone thinks it's about sitting down, clearing your mind, and you have to stay that way. That's not what meditation is. That's actually a byproduct of what meditation does. So when you get in practice, you're gonna want to be gentle with yourself. You're gonna have to understand how the brain works. So the brain is made to think. Let it think. But what you need to do now is become aware that it's thinking, and then just bring it back. You're training the mind to think focused. So it's no longer doing all these different stories, thinking about judgments or experience that it had in the past or the things that it has to do in the future. You're bringing it here in the now. And how do you bring it in the now? You think, or you focus on a certain aspect of your body. That's kind of the easiest way to do it. Some of the popular things are like focusing on the tip of the nose. Another one is focusing on the sensation of air going in and out of the nostrils. And my personal favorite and most potent for me is focusing on the rise and fall of the chest. That to me, it just seems really powerful. I always feel these energies there, and it gets stronger as I go with every session. It could be very minuscule, and sometimes it could be very big as far as differences of energetic feelings go. And you will get these sensations, and you, believe it or not, you have to kind of ignore them and always just come back to the feeling of the sensation of your rise and fall of your chest. So when I say being gentle with yourself, know that your mind will wander off, and in the beginning it'll be like 2 or 3 minutes before you realize that your mind wandered off. Now all you have to do is just say, oh, I wandered off, come back to my chest and the rise and fall, come back to that. Now, people get really discouraged because, they'll sit there and like, God, I wasn't even meditating that whole thing. My mind was thinking the whole time. Well, just just be proud of yourself that you realize your mind wandered off and you brought it back. Be proud of that part, because most of the time, 99.99% of the time, most people are not even aware that they're thinking, and that they're so engrossed in their thoughts that one thought after another, after another, after another, but those thoughts aren't even of any value. They're mostly judgmental, they're mostly pessimistic, and mostly they're influenced by society in general, outside of ourselves, our internal selves. So when you come to the realization that your mind has wandered, be proud in yourself that you found, that you realized it wandered, and bring it back to the focus again. And don't get discouraged that it flew away. It does that. That's what it's supposed to do. That's what the brain is doing. It's kind of like getting mad at being a tree for a tree, you know? So just let the mind do what it wants, but bring it back to focus. It just needs something to focus on. But right now it wants to think about everything. So in meditation, you want it to make it think about one thing. And that is what opens doors. It opens new perceptions and new angles of reality. So I said, bring that back. The awareness that your sense of focus is gonna feel like this. It's gonna feel like this small, and your sense of unfocusedness seems like this, and it just seems really, really just out there, and there's no way you could do it. But with each practice, with each session that you do, you know, that you're serious about, but also really gentle with yourself about, that focus is going to start getting bigger and stronger. The time where you're focused grows, and the time where you're unfocused shrinks. So in the beginning, where it took you 3 minutes to realize that your mind was wandering, eventually it'll take you, a minute. It'll take you 30 seconds. It'll take you 10 seconds. Eventually it'll just take you 2 seconds. Right away you'll find out that, oh, you weren't in focus. So that focus gets so narrow, then from there it grows. Like there's this sensation of expansion in your body and in your mind when you're completely focused on that, when you can stay focused. It's a really cool sensation. It's like an inside expansion sensation. Don't have any expectations of that right away, because that is after practice after practice after practice, and you'll have your own different little adventures there and growths in between from there and from what I was talking about. So you'll have different things. So be gentle with yourself. Expect that it will change your life, but along the way that you're going to have a lot of adventures. When I say adventures, I mean like experiences that you're going to have that are kind of unexplainable, but all you can do is experience them. And that means energetically. That's what it is. I mean, it's you become, because your focus has become internal, and the focus has become so strong that your sensitivity to the inside of your body grows so much that you will start feeling flows of energy in your body, in your mind. Those are kind of like the cool benefits of the work, It's kind of this proof within yourself. You really can't prove it to other people. It's just a proof within yourself that we are more than the physical body. That when you become aware so intensely that you don't feel like a body, you feel like an energy. That's something that you can prove to yourself through experience, that the world we see beyond this physicality, what we perceive as solid, beyond all that, to the tiniest degree, is a bunch of atoms spinning around. And 99.9% of that is space. And the deeper you're going to go into the atom is going to be more space. So it kind of brings you to this thought that, like, if there's so much space, why do we perceive solid matter, or perceive things as solid matter? That's a whole nother video right there I could get into. But basically, why we want to meditate, why should we meditate more? Basically, so you can, it's not the only way, but it is a very good way for your ticket to freedom, a mental freedom, and a freedom that you will feel and carry out and exude in your life to other people. Such a hard thing to kind of comprehend because, you know, I've been on both sides. I've been on the side where I didn't meditate, and now I'm on the side where I do meditate. And if someone were to tell me you gain a whole lot of freedom, I wouldn't really know what that meant experientially, or, you know, even metaphorically. What does that mean? So I'll try my best to explain. And that is, the freedom that you get is that you break away, you start peeling away all the judgments, all the preconceived notions, all the expectations, and all these things that you accumulated through your lifetime growing up, from your parents, from your friends, from society, from authority figures. You took them all on, and you took them all on as truth. And you feel like life has to be this way. You have to do these certain steps. You have to go take this step in order to do that. When the thing is, you start liberating yourself from that. It doesn't have to be this way to get that way. It can be completely, I just get there, doing my way. You know, look at everyone in life as a potential of who you could be. And then you can see that anything is possible. You know, if you start thinking that rich people only get rich because they went to a great college and they knew certain people in their lives that gave them those connections, then your life is going to be very limited. But if you have an expectation of, I can be rich in my own way and doing my own thing, well, now you just open up your possibilities to being rich in your own way. So that is kind of like what I'm talking about when you liberate yourself, a feeling of liberation, because you no longer believe in those narrowing perspectives of what your life should be. And it is a tangible feeling, and your life will feel different. It will feel happier, it will feel lighter, it will feel positive. And the people around you will change. You know, this is a warning. If you like that drama, conflicts in your life, the problems, the things that always play the same thing over and over, then meditation is not for you yet. If you still love that aspect of gossip and all these things and problems and complaining about things, then meditation is not for you. But if you're done with that, if you're done with all that, and you want to live a life that you want to live, this is a good way to do it. This is one of many ways to do it. And that's just becoming aware of how you think. That's all it is. You're going to lose friends, aren't growing as fast as you. You will drift further away from certain family members or parts of society, like groups or something that you join. All those will change around you as your mental state changes. The more open your mind changes, the more it lets go of anything that is closed-minded in comparison to your mind. So be prepared for that. Be prepared for a different life, but the life will be better overall. You will have some transitions that could be tough, you know, like saying goodbye to friends or not being able to agree with friends anymore, or they don't agree with your perspective anymore. And there's going to be a natural process of loss, but with that loss gets filled in with tons of gains. You'll get new friends. The connections you have with certain friends or family members will grow. So even though you lose certain friends or certain people in your life, you gain a whole nother level of more amazing new friends and amazing new experiences in your life. And if you can hold on to that while you meditate, if you're ready for a different life, then all for it. Go all in, because that's what will happen. Well, that's it for now. So thanks for your time, guys. I really appreciate it. Let me know in the comments below if you liked this video, if it helped you at all. Hopefully it inspires you at least to take or try a little practice of meditation yourself. It will change your life. Okay, guys, much love, many blessings. Bye.